Schanelle, who comes from a shamanic background. And so she has facilitated cacao, shamanic breathwork. She's traveled around the world. She has her own podcast. She's also one of my closest friends. And she is a beautiful energy who has held space for me when I needed healing, and her work is healing the world. So it's just amazing to have her here.
Hi everyone, my name is Schanelle, and I'm really honored and excited to be here. I think the journey that you guys are embarking on is profound. It's an honor to hold people in the space that you're going to be holding them in. To watch their transformations is just such a gift. And in their healing, you are going to arrive at your healing as well. My journey have started very young. I did transcendental meditation for the first time when I was 7 years old. So as an adult, I was journeying through releasing that trauma, finding out different modalities. And so I teach somatic tension release because we hold so much trauma in the body, and, you know, movement, breath combined with movement, which is yoga, is how we can move that emotion, that energy through us to shift it. And it was one of the ways that helped me transmute my emotional trauma. And so I then also went traveling through South America and spending a lot of time with traditional healers out there, the Shipibo, learning about medicine wheels and shamanism, and using that again to move the blocks that were in me, or that are in me, that are shifting all the time. I don't think we eradicate them completely. It's an ongoing journey. So being there and taught me how these traditional indigenous people have known these tools for so long and have shared them from such a profound spiritual space. And talk therapy can work in one sense, but combining it with spirituality and combining it with philosophy of yoga and the pranayama and holotropic breath work is what really, I believe, works. Because talk therapy, I've also qualified in NLP, and, you know, you really begin to understand how this talk therapy can often just start ingraining that trauma more and more. And so by using your breath and combining that with the talk therapy, it can be much more progressive. And so that brought me to what I teach, the cosmic breathwork modalities, which take you through the shamanic wheel, but then also take you through NLP, so reprogramming, or using affirmation to reprogram the neural pathways. And so, that's kind of trying to shove everything into a nutshell to explain it to you guys. This crazy journey that I feel once you come in and you're ready to hold space, you know, when you feel like you have to be completely fixed before you can hold space for anyone else, well, are you ever really going to be completely fixed? And I think this is a progressive learning for all of us, right? It's to go, you know, meditate, pray, do whatever you got to do to hear, to feel that you're ready to hold space. Because as much as, and this again is my belief, but as much as it's an honor to hold space for everyone in when you're going into the space of a teacher and a facilitator, it's also very important to protect yourself and know what's theirs and what's yours, and not project your stuff onto anyone else as well.
That was amazing. Thank you, Schanelle. Wow, yes, just pearls of wisdom dropped in there like over and over again. So thank you.
You're welcome.
As facilitators, our role is to work together. We are all required to be authentic, 100%, to embody our truth and then add to the collective pool of inner wisdom. When running a breathwork session, do you always just go with intuition, or do you sometimes follow a set structure and timing?
I think when you're starting off, especially if you're anxious or you just, you know, you want to kind of have, if you may want to have a bit of a time frame, I work with the shamanic medicine wheel though. So that is so distracting, birth, that alien eye. I work with the medicine wheel. So I use the evocative music of a shamanic journey when you're working with medicine. And so that will journey you through the 4 quadrants. So you kind of know when to heighten throughout the journey. Well, thank you for listening to me and listening to my little jibber jabber.